Tales, and we hear from Drake Wing Game, and send me out on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with another Let's Play episode of Promises to Keep, Theo's Path. So y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm changing, we're up, and let's go! Theo rearranges himself in his squeaking chair, clearly excited to tell the story. As a kid, I just thought she was a pain in the ass. Another grumpy old fossil whose only passion was to hate things. My aunt always respected her, though. She never let me say anything bad about her, not without a lecture. That's the only reason I left her alone, really. And then, years later, when I learned her whole story, I realized MC was right, as always. Theo smiles distantly. This is the first time he's mentioned MJ without that wistful sadness coloring his voice. He rubs his chin with a paw. Well, anyway, hopefully this will help you contextualize her a little bit. She's a city girl, born here in the mid to late 30s, back when this was still a manufacturing town. Though it's hard to imagine that now. Her father owned one of the largest factories in the area, so they had plenty of money. She was well liked as a child, good schooling, etc. Towards the end of the high school, things started to get serious with her then boyfriend, a suave greaser type with slicked back hair and a motorbike. I'm foggy on the details, but at some point the two of them decided that, as soon as she turns 18, they're going to get married. I find myself watching Theo closely as he tells the story. The way his eyes light up, the way his paws cut through the air. I never realized how much he talks with his paws. And so that's what they do. On her birthday, they go to the courthouse and get hitched. I'm guessing that doesn't end well. Shh, Artemis, don't interrupt. You're correct, though. Her parents went absolutely ballistic. See, they didn't like their new son-in-law. Not at all. Remember, this is the 50s. Even for that time, her father was an old-fashioned man. And he couldn't stand the fact that his daughter had bypassed him and gotten married without his approval. He fought bitterly about it, shook the whole earth, I bet. And in the end, he cut her off completely. So now it's just Diana and her man scraping by, working whatever jobs they can find. Some months later, she gives birth to a healthy baby girl and names her after her mother, Rebecca. I don't think it did anything to bridge the gap between her and her parents, though. With a new mouth to feed, money gets tighter, tempers get shorter. She and her husband fight longer and more often. Then one day, he just hops on his bike and leaves. Just like that? Just like that. She was 21, with a 3-year-old daughter and almost nothing else. She was my age. Yeah, I suppose she was. So what did she do? Whatever she could. Begged favors from friends for food, clothes, babysitting. Slept on couches, dug through dumpsters, worked mornings, worked evenings, sometimes worked nights. The first few years were hell. But she never once went to her parents for help. Eventually, her luck turns. She lands a job as a saleswoman for a big cosmetics company, and her career really takes off from there. Soon she's traveling all over the country, meeting clients, building up her contact list. She was a saleswoman? That surprises me, given her sour demeanor. Theo's eyes twinkle. Difficult to believe, huh? I mean, she's so rude. Well, I don't know if she was always as bad as she is now. A lot of time has passed since then, almost 60 years. Also, she was gorgeous back in the day, real bombshell. I bet that helped. Not that she needed it, but... Again, this was the 50s. It was a man's world back then, far more than it is now. She cut right through all that. A sharp business suit, black high heels, and zero appetite for nonsense. An absolute powerhouse. He speaks almost reverently. It's clear he admires her. Do you have any old pictures of her from back then? Theo roars with laughter. No, Hunter, I don't. Well, you could ask her for some, though. I think I'll pass. Smart man. Anyway, business booms. She starts making money hand over fist, and finally there's enough to eat and pay the bills, and then some. She buys an apartment, number 27, and she and Rebecca move into it. Well, Rebecca moves in, certainly. Diana doesn't spend much time there. She was always on the go. I already know the answer, but I ask anyway. And how did Rebecca feel about that? A sad smile. Not good. I know very little about the relationship, but considering how often Diana was away, it can't have been perfect. You see, they don't talk anymore, right? Hunter's deep golden eyes are slowly downcast, arms folded tightly across his chest. Theo shakes his head. They do not. I don't know when it happened, and I don't know if they had an explosive falling out or just gradually drifted apart and fell out of orbit with each other. All I know is that eventually, when she was old enough, Rebecca left number 27 behind, and I don't think she ever came back. She never came back home. Maybe that was for the best. So now it's just Diana by herself. Time passes as it tends to. She works, she travels, she works some more. She even has less reason to come back now, so she spends most of her time away. She reaches retirement age. She keeps working a bit longer after that. By this point, her company, the cosmetic corporation she had helped grow into a national chain, is itching to get rid of her. It might have been because she was growing, getting grumpier and more argumentative. It's probably because she just wasn't young and pretty anymore. All her old contacts were aging and dropping out of the game as well. She could have migrated upper management, I suppose. She definitely had the experience. I don't know if she was built for it. She wasn't boardroom material. She's too blunt, too honest. She wasn't brown-nosed scheme or schmooze. She spent all her time working and working hard. And quite honestly, people like that never become CEOs. Management starts to gently and soon not so gently shut her out until she basically has no choice but to retire. So for the final time, she moves herself back here to the city she was born in and settles into number 27 by herself. She's been there ever since, probably sitting in the same chair we found her in. These days she doesn't leave the house. She even gets her groceries delivered. Probably her cigarettes, too. There's even a delivery service for those. Theo trails off and we all sit silently, lost in thought. You know her story very well. Where did you hear it? Straight from the sheep's mouth. Really? She told you herself? Theo nods, smiling broadly. She was absolutely sloshed. I was over there fixing or attempting to fix her old boiler, and I got nosy. I picked up an old photograph of her and her daughter when Rebecca was real young. God, she really was beautiful. Easy there, Theo. Cool your jets. Hey, give me a break. My jets are cool. Anyway, I decided it was a good idea to ask her about it. She snatched it out of my paws and gave me the most vicious ear beating about not touching her shit. About 20 minutes later, I'm in the basement working on the boiler. All of a sudden, she comes swaying down the stairs, flask in hand, and just starts talking. Told me the whole story. I'm sure there was details I forgot, but I was so enraptured I stopped paying attention to the boiler I was supposed to be fixing. They broke the damn thing. Do you think she'd be upset if she knew you told us? Theo opens his mouth, pauses, and furrows his brow. I'm not sure. He gives us a guilty smile. Now that I think about it, I'm not even sure she remembers telling me. Maybe it's best if it doesn't leave this room. No problem. Time passes as it tends to. The sun makes its way across the leaden sky, the only object in the snowbound city still in motion. After only a scant few hours of sunlight, it vanishes. Time is strange in the storm. It expands and contracts at will, hours slipping away like shadows while the minutes crawl by. Night finds me and Theo curled up comfortably in the living room. Theo's nose is buried in a book, the rustling of its turning pages the only sound beside the fire. I was admittedly not reading a book. I was enjoying some mindless scrolling time and feeling only mildly bad about it. As the sunlight slips away, Theo once again catches me in the middle of a big yawn. Yeah, I agree. Frankly, I'm goddamn exhausted. He looks it. He wears it well, though. I know it's early, but I've been thinking for the last hour that I might just get into bed for a bit and see what happens. In fact, saying it out loud convinced me. I'm going to do my best old man impression to go to bed at 6. All right, Theo, you do that. Honestly, I think I'll join you before long, as soon as Rofi and Ollie get home. Did I just say home? Theo smiles sweetly at me. Clearly, he noticed it, too. You know what I mean. Yes, I do. Theo shuts the book and rises from his chair. I'm sure it was just a slip of the tongue, but I hope this place feels like home, at least a little bit. That would make me happy. And it would make her happy as well. She built it for that reason. Anyway, he rubs the back of his fuzzy neck, embarrassed. Sorry for getting all serious again. I just can't stop doing it. Don't worry about waking me. Just come up whenever you're ready. All right, I'll be sure to make as much noise as possible. Good. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must prepare for my nap of indeterminate length. Godspeed. Theo departs, the creaking stairs orchestrating his exit. I'm not sure how long I wait. I may even have closed my eyes once or twice. It's hard to say. Eventually, they return. I pull myself out of my cozy armchair and head over to greet them. Hey, guys, welcome back. Oh, hi, Leo. Hey. They look and sound absolutely exhausted. Everything sorted and settled? Can we put this whole mess behind us? No, Ollie says flatly, his voice entirely monotone. I might go back tomorrow or the day after. Probably tomorrow. Just to check her sugar and make sure she's taking her medicine. Which she definitely won't be. And I promised I'd come back too. You don't seem excited about that. Ruffy shakes his head. Ollie, it seemed like the two of you were getting along back there. He shrugs. She's kind of tiring. She's extremely tiring. She won't listen to me at all, and she's talked shit constantly. Ruffy stops himself and takes a deep breath. It's fine. I'm just ready to go to bed. Same. And for what it's worth, I think you two did an admirable job. I shuffle my paws on the carpet. I'm sorry for volunteering, everyone. I know I should have asked first, but don't be silly. Ruffy cuts me off. This is what I do, after all. This is what I'm trained for. He sways, his eyes drifting closed. I am literally about to fall asleep standing up. Okay, bedtime. Let me walk you to your room. I wish I could sleep forever. Ruffy mumbles as the two of them mount the first few stairs. Good night, Leo. Night, you two. Let's hope tomorrow is normal. Whatever that means. We'll see. Alone again. We all seem to have split off, most of us to bed. Maybe I should do the same. No sense in delaying it. I'll have to sleep sometime. Ruffy and Ollie's doors are already shut tight, with only faint light shining from underneath Ollie's. Their tiredness doesn't surprise me, really. We did so much today, and we started so early in the morning, for the second day in a row. Standing silently in the dark hallway, the realization washes over me. We saved a woman's life today. She is alive and breathing because of us. Pride buoys up within me, an emotion I haven't felt in a long, long time. I open Theo's bedroom door and slip silently inside, running through my nightly rituals as quietly as possible. I settle into the air mattress, gritting my teeth at the unavoidable noises it makes. Sleep envelops me greedily, like it was waiting for my return. Let me make it in time. Alright. Oh shit, his car broke down. Damn. This is really well done, damn. What was that, Dapper Duck? Dapper Duck. Ah. That one hits a little too close to home right now. I wake, again. I feel nothing within and nothing without, save the telltale stinging of my weary eyes. In the end, the tears prevail. They always do. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and pause it there, y'all. Oh, I'd sap my will to continue for right now. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon or YouTube memberships if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!